I've worked in a corporate job for about 11 years now in the IT industry, both in the UK and Sydney. Currently I'm not working due to health issues, so I just thought this is the perfect opportunity for me to gather my thoughts and share what it was like now that I've had time to process everything. And I want to be really honest as well. So in this video I'm going to talk about the things that I loved working a corporate job, but let's start with the things that I hated. So first things first, I always felt like I had to perform at work. It just felt like I was on stage, I couldn't be fully myself, I had to be on my best behavior, that I was being judged by everyone that was around me, including my colleagues, my managers, client staff. It just felt overwhelming. I just didn't feel like I could be my genuine self because every action I took could easily be criticized or judged and affect the longevity of my job and my income. So it always felt like I was under threat and in fear of job loss. It almost felt like if you made the smallest mistake, you'd be judged by people around you, and it would translate to you being a bad employee or bad at your job. And it was a very unsettling feeling. It made me feel really small and kind of took away my self-worth. It just made me feel that I wasn't good enough. And it also triggered more emotions in me, fearful emotions, maybe a little bit of anger, becoming upset at times. I think the pressure and the stress really gets to you. Even if it's a calm job, you always have to kind of be careful what you do in your little bubble and watch every move and everything that you say. When you're on work hours, it kind of almost feels like that when you're on your lunch break. The performing always felt like it correlated with getting a promotion and earning more income. But I understand that's part of the job. You're going in to complete a task, to solve a problem, and you have to be, figuratively speaking, suited and booted and have the right lingo. Even that felt really odd. The terminology that you'd use at the workplace you'd never use outside of work. You almost have to train yourself to become a different version at work as you are at home. Yeah, it's just something I just didn't enjoy. Now I know this is all part and parcel with having any kind of job, but the stress that you put under due to all the different deadlines, the deliverables, and people's expectations, it's just an enormous amount that you don't even realize is happening to you until it takes its toll, and maybe one day you flip out at work, or you just flip out at home and take it out on your family and your friends unnecessarily. The amount of pressure can just make you feel so out of tune with yourself, and you almost become a different person along with all the performing that you have to do. You become a worse version of yourself because now you're stressed out, you're frustrated, you're anxious, you want to get things done on time, you're constantly thinking about work all the time. Or the dread of having to go to work after a weekend. It's such a unpleasant feeling. It's just hard to find that balance to remain at ease and stay calm under stressful situations, but it's something that you have to just train your mind to do and adapt to your surroundings. One thing I didn't like was performance reviews at the end of every year. The whole time when you're at work, it feels like you're just in competition with everyone else around you. You're having to just constantly prove yourself that you're worthy of a promotion, because that's what it's all about. You're trying to get that promotion to feel better about yourself and earn a better income for the time off that you do have, so you can enjoy yourself, buy the things that you really want and have a nicer lifestyle. And you end up working really long hours. You end up doing work you may not even be interested in. You're just doing it so you can earn a living, so you can survive in this world. You're kind of just stuck in a cog, this machine, just to do the work to live the life that you want for 2 days a week, and to support your family and to be a good role model to your children or people younger than you. It just seems to be more about winning. It's more competitive. It's less about working as a team. There's just so many ups and downs when it comes to work. It's a bit of a roller coaster, but the hustling is just something I did not like at all. I've discovered that your manager determines how long you'll stick to a job. I've had good and bad managers. The good ones have been extremely supportive, considerate, understanding. However, some of the bad ones They can make your life a living hell when it's at work. They can belittle you, treat you like a child. They can criticize and judge you. And if they do, they're generally not a good manager and they shouldn't really be working as one. But you still find some, and they can be extremely arrogant as well. They're supposed to be there to guide you, to help you along the journey, to make you a better employee, a better person, better at the job. This is something I touched on earlier, but the 9 to 5 hours, the restrictive feeling of 5 days a week you have to work doing something you may not enjoy to earn money so you can actually live and do the things you enjoy for 2 days a week on the weekend. I think every job when you start is exciting and new, but in reality I don't think anyone really wants to work for anybody. They don't really want to be helping the people at the top to earn the money, and they could easily just let you go and you'll be forgotten about forever. Like, you're just a number to them. And it's a shame because when you're working, especially a corporate job, money is the main focus, really. Money and I guess a little bit of ego to feel good about yourself. To me, that's quite a sad thing if your self-worth is attached to your job and your identity. On a happier note, let's move on to the things that I loved about having a corporate job. As I'm not currently working, one thing I really do miss is the people, the community feel, having a belonging. Like, it's just so great to be influenced and inspired by different types of people with different experiences, especially when you're not talking about work, like on your lunch breaks or your coffee breaks or after work. It's so great to get to know new people who may even become your friends. There's slight differences. In the UK, you keep everyone at arm's length, but here in Australia, they can become your closest friends because we come over and we don't have any friends and family to begin with. A lot of other people are in the same situation, so then you end up becoming good friends with them. They essentially become your new family. But I love how people can inspire you to do new things, to travel to new places, try different types of foods, to learn a few new things that you weren't aware of before. So just that connection with people on a daily basis, to hear like funny stories, what they did on the weekend, or crazy things that have happened to them. I miss that vibe. I miss that community feeling. It's something that I look forward to when I eventually do start work again. It's a great environment when you're working with good people. I think a good job is essentially working with great people, fun, caring, considerate, uplifting people. That's what makes a job great, rather than the actual work itself. Another great thing that I loved is just learning new skills. You get new opportunities to learn from others. And this may be a bit of a taboo topic, but money essentially is what gives us options to do the things we want, to buy the things we want. And corporate jobs pay well. The only problem is the higher your role, the more responsibility you have, the more stress you have. Even though you might be getting paid more, your health could be declining, your mental health would be declining. You start to neglect your loved ones and your friends. So there's a balance that you have to really be aware of to keep yourself sane, healthy, and productive and efficient at the job and home life. I think this applies to any job, but if you're in a job and you're starting to feel unmotivated, uninspired, I think that's a good telltale sign that you probably need to move on. It's just going to end up impacting your well-being, which will inadvertently impact your personal life. I feel it's really important to keep taking steps, even the smallest steps, towards things that you do like, whether that's a little side hustle, a little hobby that you like doing on the weekend or in the evenings. I believe that those are the things that keep you motivated, and you never really know whether the interest that you have outside of work will actually lead to a future career or just something bigger in life later on. And that's kind of the reason why I'm doing YouTube. It's certainly out of my comfort zone. I don't know anyone who does this, but I've always had a keen interest. I love watching YouTube, and I just thought, why not just make my own and share my own experiences on here? So hopefully the things I mentioned in this video has resonated with you. I would absolutely love to hear your experiences in the comment section. This is a different type of video that I've done normally, but I hope you found it interesting at least, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.